This is probably the most memorable experience I've had while traveling. So I was traveling to Bismarck, North Dakota to give a presentation to student athletes. And I was traveling from Philadelphia, had about a 2 hour layover in Minneapolis. No, I don't remember the info for every flight I've taken, but this happens to be a very memorable moment. The first part that made that day memorable was the fact that I was traveling on the day of Super Bowl 47, Ravens versus 49ers. And I decided to sit down at a bar so I could get some wings and a cheap beer and watch the beginning of the game coverage. I ended up sitting next to an older, very studious looking man wearing glasses, and he seemed to be writing down some notes for work. After a few minutes, he takes off his glasses, and with a smile, he says, "Who do you think will win the game?" We ended up talking about football for the majority of our conversation, and before he had to catch his flight, he thanked me for the conversation and told the server that my meal was on him. I thanked him and he put on his glasses and his coat. Before he walked away, he said, "Hey, I never asked you, what do you do for a living?" And I told him that I speak on mental health and suicide prevention. I didn't say one word about my story, just that. He sits back down, takes off his coat, and for 10 minutes he talks to me about how he and his sisters saw their grandfather take his own life right in front of them. He talked about what it was like trying to support two sisters who struggled with addiction. And for 10 minutes, I just listened. And after that, he said, I really have to go and catch my flight, but let's exchange business cards. He walked away, and I looked down at his card, and he's the CEO of a very successful company. My first thought was, he could have bought me more than wings and a beer, but my second thought was, there I am, a kid in his 20s going to speak at a college, and there he is, the CEO of a very successful company, but for 10 minutes, we were just two people talking about mental health. I live to tell that no matter your age, gender, skin color, or background, we all have a story that connects us to mental health.